Japan Air Network. The limousine, transport truck, and multiple security cars reached the airport without any incident. The cargo may be dangerous, but according to the records, it was kept safely in storage for the past 10 years. Plus, it is worthless to an average person. Because of this, the people involved in the security don't look tense.
Yakushima.
The plane's destination is to one of the Sheldon Islands. I'm sure it'd be fun to go with everyone. I realize what I'm thinking and have to laugh to myself. A year ago, I would never have considered that it would be fun to spend time with others. But I can't help but think that way now. Soon they'll be moving the cargo out of the truck. It's not long before the final case is unloaded from the truck. Four men in suits slowly tip the case sideways to place it on the cart. It looks like a coffin. It does look big enough to have room for a person to lie down in. Could there be a person inside it? Could it be that this tight security is not to prevent death, but to keep the cargo from escaping? How would she even come to a conclusion that early? No, how can I imagine things like this without any proof? I shake my head. SMH. Once the plane takes off, the only thing in our way is the sky.
The aircraft squawk code has changed to 7500.
7500.
I have trouble mentally shifting gears after that long period of inactivity. I never imagined I would hit that number with my own ears.
7500? A hijacking?
Is the plane on investigation being hijacked? That can't be a coincidence.
Is it the cargo they want?
Attention, this is a very peculiar time to attempt to take over the plane. Very peculiar indeed. Hijacking before departure forfeits the biggest benefits of hijacking. But at the same time, all normal airport operations will come to a halt while everyone turns their focus on the plane in question.
If that was the case, the hijacking is only a decoy. But would they really risk their lives hijacking a plane over one piece of cargo?
As I scanned the area from my viewpoint up in the boarding area, I see a van that had been parked near the cargo. A suspicious departure at this time. I had a bad feeling about this, but the cargo was just unloaded right in front of my eyes. I didn't see anyone steal it. Hold on, the four men in suits with the hand cart. I don't see them. I lost track of them in the rush of the activity after the hijack.
This is 002, over. A suspicious vehicle is leaving the scene. Stay in pursuit. It's a large vehicle, about 2 tons. License plate...
I hear someone confirm with Roger, but there's shouting and confusion going on in the background. I'm unsure if my intentions have been understood. Of course, there's no way I can catch a vehicle on foot, but I have a plan. Because I'm Jack Bauer's daughter. The real daughter. Not Kim, weak ass. Kim is extremely weak, annoying, and was just completely a plot device for the first season. No. Naoto is nothing like Kim, completely better. This is the real daughter of Jack Bauer. Okay, I'm tripping. But anyway, let's continue. I'll run down the escalator and bolt from the passenger pickup area. The airport's road layout is a loop. After leaving the departure lobby, cars must take a turn and curve back around to the arrival lobby. There's a compact transmitter in there. We have to be pretty close to pick up on that signal, but it's better than nothing. I take my hat off and wipe my forehead. The pedestrians around me begin to stir. Everyone stops and stares at their smartphone. I didn't need to look, I knew. The first news of the hijacking is hitting the media. I put my hat back on and pull the brim low. Excuse me? After another 45 minutes pass without any more clear information coming through, there's chaos on the radio. But after an hour, the confusion suddenly stopped.
All personnel on scene. The suspects have been apprehended. The hijacking is over. I repeat.
They dealt with it so soon?
Though some passengers were ill, there were no casualties. As far as I know, the hijackers didn't even make any demands. It's hard to think that the police could have negotiated with them. It was the man in black. It was Aegis.
What's going on here?
Just then, a radio call came in directly.
Operator to 002, over. The hijacking has been dealt with, but the transfer must be canceled. The whereabouts of one piece of cargo cannot be confirmed. All indications are that it has been stolen.
Then that vehicle earlier. Are you still in pursuit?
We're tracking it through the end system. Head to the guest room immediately so we can discuss our response.
I still don't know this end system. These racist bastards. They don't want to come out and say it.
Understood.
Racist. Oh man. Soon after, the involved party was gathered in a VIP room installing Windows 8. But because there's a lot of confidential information being discussed, we had to settle for Windows Vista. At any rate, the van on the run can be tracked through the end system. What is this end system? The hijackers were handed over to airport police, while those of us knew the truth about the cargo were moved to whatever building.
That was a very tidy operation. I had thought it would take at least half a day.
To put it delicately, we had someone with special abilities handling this. Then again, though we prevented any harm from coming to the hostages, we lost the cargo.
Nothing for it, I suppose. Who would have expected an entire hijacking to cover up the theft of some cargo? I must apologize to you as well. I was the closest at hand when it happened.
No, you did more than enough. It's thanks to your sharp eyes that we're able to track the suspicious vehicle now. I'm impressed that you realized in all the chaos that the cargo was the true target. You even spotted their getaway truck.
Thank you. Our next step should be to interrogate the suspects in custody, and
sadly, it won't be that simple. I haven't heard much yet, but it seems they're having unexpected difficulties with the interrogation. It will take some time.
Getting out to her and let her flip over 3 tables.
If they were prepared to risk their lives for this operation, I suppose they won't break so easily.
We made an error in judgment. We were too focused on preventing the item itself from doing any damage.
Why would you hijack the plane? Tell me now, or I will cut your fingers off!
But since they targeted something so unusual, that should narrow down the suspect pool.
I can't deny it's possible that someone connected to the Kirijo group is behind this. Thank you for your assistance, Shirogane. I'm sorry to have involved you in this mess, but the
professionals, in other words, she plans to investigate this herself as a shadow operative. My bad.
Does that mean my work here is done?
I'm afraid so. We do value your cooperation.
Alright, peace out then. This is a bit of a pickle. The Kirijo group and the police want to keep this under wraps. That is, they cannot open a public investigation. On top of that, the shadow operatives are technically an organization working for the police. Technically, there's no room for freelancers here. Therefore, by my reasoning, there is no need for me to be involved in the investigation any further, so she can chill and hang with her friends. Refusing to back down, however, would only draw attention. With no other choice, I decided to take my leave, excuse me. Like, why would you hijack the plane? Tell me now! I'll fucking kill you! I'm Jack Bauer! It must have been chaos at the Despite the unusual events, the man who hired me has not gotten in touch with me. Damn, is this her hotel room? She's got, damn, look at that. She got a hot. She's recording gameplay. She's probably playing League of Legends. Look at that. She's at Windows 8. That's like a 19-inch TV with a mini fridge right there. I bet you it's stacked up with plenty of Mountain Dew. You can bet that. Plenty of Mountain Dew and Sobe. And then, man, this place looks pretty clean. I entertained the thought of returning home to Inaba, but luckily enough, I brought enough luggage for a short trip out of town. Nice. Time passes. At 9 o'clock, I finally receive a phone call from that man. I close out League of Legends.
Things have taken an unexpected turn. This case is under the jurisdiction of the shadow operatives now.
That will make it very difficult to continue my secret investigation.
But right now, you're the only one we have who's gotten that close. We heard you earned Kirijo's trust after the hijacking. We'd like you to keep up your investigation. We're currently making arrangements for you to pick it up again in a natural way.
What are you gonna have me do? I will not act as a spy.
I'll be in touch later.
Oh, he didn't even answer that. I felt weight in my heart. This has a high possibility of turning into a private investigation from shadows. Pretty much a polite way of saying corporate espionage. I'm off. If I'm to take the job, I need some sort of a plan. At any rate, I cannot plan my movements without knowing how the situation is progressing. It would be far better to prepare for tomorrow instead of getting worked up with worry. I read the newspaper and watched some of the TV coverage of today's events, then go to bed early. Alright. Well, look at this. A day passes, and even by the night of May 2nd, the man has not contacted me again. It seems the police are having trouble zeroing in on the suspicious vehicle. Considering the skill with which the crime was pulled off, I wouldn't be surprised if the van was dumped somewhere and the cargo loaded onto another vehicle. Going through all the possibilities is just a way to kill time. Smart. But that was the only thing I had to do. Nothing happened until the sky began to darken as the sun went down. My phone finally rang. But surprisingly, the name on the screen brought a smile to my face. It was Chie.
Yes, Shirogane speaking.
Hi, Nato-kun. Oh, I'm not interrupting your work, am I?
No, it's quite alright.
Sorry to call so late. I wanted to at least give it one more shot about tomorrow.
That's right. So much has been happening that I completely forgot the school holidays start tomorrow. Our reunion with you, Senpai. Oh, I want to say Narukami. Our reunion with you, Narukami, when he visits from the city tomorrow. I was supposed to be able to meet with him. I didn't imagine that I'd be stuck here for 3 days. But since I've undertaken the job, I have obligations that I can't just abandon.
I'm sorry, but it seems I still won't be able to make it. I'm actually not in Inaba at the moment, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that. Oh, then I guess you can't check even if it rains.
Even if it rains?
Oh, nothing. Just talking to myself.
Oh my goodness. What was that?
It's okay, Nato-kun. I know there are people who'll be in trouble without you. You need to stay there and help them out.
Yes, well...
That's a completely different conversation Chie had in her story mode, but okay. I wouldn't say completely different, but she said a lot of different things. It irritates me to know that what I'm going to do is pretty much spy on work.
It really is a shame. Give my regards to Senpai and the others, won't you?
Will do. Good luck with the job.
Hang up the phone. Seeing my dear Senpai again. I felt that much more important than a job with an uncertain outcome. I feel a little sad that I'm going to miss it.
I wonder if any train would make it in time.
But it looks like this case is not about to let me leave. After my talk with Chie, I was preparing for bed. The public safety official called me again. What a jerk.
It seems we may be back on for the secret investigation. Mitsuru Kirijo just requested our cooperation. We agreed. A detective by the name of Kurosawa will be heading out tomorrow. We want you to accompany him to the rendezvous point.
Kurosawa is actually they were helping already. He was already helping Kirijo. When I asked about the Kurosawa fella, I received an unanticipated answer. Apparently he had helped Kirijo-san's activity on his own while he was a constable. Even though his superiors didn't understand why Kirijo was up to, what Kirijo was up to, he followed his own instincts and helped her to protect his town. Normally he would be punished for this, but the situation took a 180-degree turn thanks to the establishment of the Shadow Operative. Oh my goodness. Time to
Kurosawa is willing to leak you
throat.
whatever info he learns about the Kirijo group through his cooperation with them.
I'm surprised he agreed to that. Hasn't he assisted Kirijo-san and her group in the past?
I'm afraid that's something you'll have to ask him about, although he seems to have his own agenda.
Kurosawa is the culprit. Are you the culprit, Kurosawa? Tell me now, or I will chop your fucking leg off, because I'm Jack Bauer. Still, considering how long it took them to find him, I may be in for a long trip. Where am I going to be sent now? I shrugged to myself. I will flip this table over. I don't care. If your belongings are on it, I will flip it over. This table will get flipped. The next day, May 3rd, I meet with Detective Kurosawa.
I'm Kurosawa.
What up?
I'm Naoto Shirogane. Thank you for your assistance.
I've heard rumors about you, Ace Detective. Let's get going.
Let's do it. We make our greeting brief and I get into Detective Kurosawa's car. Look at this. Yeah. Hey, whoa! Doesn't he look like Hazuma? Now that I think about it, he looks like Hazuma from Blaze Blue with the hair. He just doesn't have the green hair or the eyes and his shady eyes. He looks like Hazuma now that I think about it. Kurosawa would have been awesome. A private investigation in a town where I have no prior knowledge of experience. This was a depressing job in the first place, and the addition of more and more unknown variables is only making me more displeased with it.
You seem pretty listless.
Oh no, I'm fine. Where are we headed, by the way?
The place where they found the getaway car from the hijacking. A town called Inaba. It's a small place with an odd history. They just had a bizarre serial murder case there last year.
Inaba?
I can't stop the surprise from showing in my face.
That's your hometown, right? Isn't that why they're sending you?
I'm at a loss for words, but Detective Kurosawa continues instead of waiting for me to reply.
The request I got from the shadow operatives was to assist in gathering information about those murders. They want me to meet with a supervising detective of that case and ask him for the full story. Not only are they part of public safety, they're an unofficial unit. They can't come to the district police for information.
Is that so?
Why him? Is his case related to the robbery in some way?
Public safety is sharper than you might think. They do basic reviews on all cases to see if shadows were involved. Inaba is on their watch list now. And with that cargo being brought there, they naturally suspect a connection between the cases.
If there's a connection, then it might be related to our case. I begin to have ominous thoughts and my expression darkens. But Kurosawa doesn't probe into that topic. Perhaps he's the type of person who doesn't judge people based on evidence, but gets a feel for them through conversation and actions. How am I reflected in his eyes? I can't help but wonder. Can I save it? Damn, they won't let me save the freaking game. Detective Kurosawa goes inside the Inaba police station while waiting the car near the junkyard. Oh wow, the detective in charge of this case must be no one other than Dojima. Detective Ryotaro Dojima. Of course I'm familiar with him, and not just as fellow peace officer. Dojima acted as Yu Senpai's guardian while he stayed in Inaba. I feel like I'm betraying him as well, and I can't stop myself from sighing again. Soon enough, Detective Kurosawa steps out of the station. But halfway to the car, he turns and walks into the junkyard. Kurosawa's limousine. That's right, Detective Kurosawa came to cooperate with Kirijo. Detective Kurosawa made the right decision. Still, Kirijo uses that black limousine while undertaking his shadow operative duties as well. That car sticks out like a sore thumb here in Inaba. Heck, it's distinctive anywhere in Japan. Why would someone as clever as Kirijo take that car on a special mission like this? Does she have some profound reasoning behind it? After a while, Detective Kurosawa finally comes back to the car.
Kurosawa-san, may I ask you something? Why are you working with public safety?
You're asking that now? I thought that would be your very first question.
After wiping his dry smile from his face, Detective Kurosawa turns to me with an incredible serious expression.
You can spy on Mitsuru Kirijo and her shadow operatives to your heart's content and never find anything suspicious. But for that to be understood, at some point or another, everything she does has to be investigated to eliminate those doubts. In which case, it's better someone like you do the investigating than someone official who will never understand. That's all there is to it.
Kurosawa's a pretty cool guy. Way better than Hazuma.
Thank you for your cooperation.
I'll leave the rest in your hands.
I exit the vehicle and Kurosawa-san takes his car into the highway. Can I save the game now? What the hell, man? I use heaps of junk as cover to sneak up close to the limousine and watch. One of them, Kirijo, however, unlike when I saw her at that point, she's wearing equipment like suited for combat. The other person looked strange.
Is that the fabled humanoid weapon?
There was information about a humanoid weapon mixed in with all the data I had about the Kirijo group. It seems the rumors of the unorthodox anti-shadow unit was true. Another man comes to join them. Akihiko, he was dressed in outlandish attire. Oh, she doesn't know Akihiko. I meant to say he. He was shirtless and wore a red cloak like a desert nomad. He's a perfect example of someone who ought to be detained for questioning. I compare his face to the list of pictures of the people involved with the situation. While his taste in clothing has changed, I believe that this man is Akihiko Sanada. I can't imagine what would possess him to go about dressing like that, but I speculate about the actions. What business do they have here in the junkyard? Well, Naoto can't talk about people dressing the way they dress. when she hides the fact that she's a female.
They're not planning to enter a TV from here, are they?
Even as I say that, the mechanical girl already has her hand sticking into the TV screen. Should I blow my car and warn them about what they're doing? Alright. This is the same scene. Yep. Same scene. Nothing new. They gonna let me save the game now though, right? No, they don't! What the fuck is wrong with you, game? Like, seriously. I stand there blankly.
Is the stolen cargo inside the TV?
Atlas, why won't you let me save my game? Tell me why. I will flip this table.
Well, if they're determined to enter the TV despite not knowing the risks, I can hardly allow cowardice to prevent me from following.
I realized that the straw breaking the camel's back is not logic, but my pride and I smiled to myself, but my mind was made up. I stand up looking around, then step inside the same television they used. Now the television transition. Yup. And then they like, this is the longest scene 2 ever. Like, damn, this is worse than Resident Evil 6 chapter splitting. They have you play for like an hour, then split this chapters. Like, what is wrong with them? See, I was trying to split this video a lot earlier, but it would have been awkward to split it off during the conversation. But whatever, we finally got to the save point. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to probably take a short break, and then once we return, we will continue with Naoto's journey. So I will see you guys later.